Ever since I was young, I always loved animation as a medium. Animation to me is such a beautiful way to connect with people, to tell stories that can touch people's hearts. So when the time came to finally make a senior studio capstone project, it was a given that I'd try to put all of my artistic techniques that I'd studied to the test and see if I could actually make my very own feature animation. Combining skills like character design, layout design, environmental design, and especially 3D modeling, it's been my biggest undertaking so far, and I wanted to push myself. I first started conceptualizing and composing a story by looking at myths and tales and legends, because even though I wanted to create something completely original, these timeless and compelling ways of telling stories seemed to be a good foundation for where I wanted to jump from. After doing tons of research, reading as many myths and folktales as I could find, and drafting my own story, I eventually began sketching out the characters, the prop design, the layout design for the story itself so that I could try and find the right feel and tone for my story. I wanted to make it an allegorical story, kind of a beginnings of the sun and the moon and why night and day exist. After establishing what my story was going to be about and finishing most of the concept art, I began to bring my ideas into 3D so that I could get a better vision of how the characters are going to come to life. I wanted them to be the ones to be able to convey their story, and I think that when that happens, that's when viewers really get immersed into the world, and I think that's when an animation truly becomes successful. The process of animating in 3D was a little bit strange to me at first, but also familiar since I'd used After Effects before, and getting to see the characters come to life right in front of my eyes was extremely satisfying. Another gratifying thing was being able to work from 2D into 3D and taking my storyboards to convert into what will actually be in the final scenes. Along with that came the use of motion capture, which without I wouldn't have been able to make this, so I'm so thankful I got the opportunity for all of this in the first place.